Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Who wants to know the secret to serving people to supersize your business? It's probably not a secret, although it's a secret to a lot of business owners because we just don't think about it. Serving customers, I'm doing a women's summit next week and it's all about customers. So I've broken it down into getting and attracting new customers, serving the customers, giving them what it is that you say you're going to give them, and then creating lifelong relationships with customers. So kind of three main phases of your relationships with customers. And it applies to all businesses, not just women-owned businesses, but I think that there's huge opportunity for all of us when it comes to the actual serving our customers. And they shouldn't be secrets, but a lot of people don't do things this way. In a lot of our businesses, we get an idea. We think, oh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. We're going to create this product or service. And we're going to put it out in the world and everyone's going to want it and everyone's going to love it. Well, that's not the way it works. And it's actually backwards. And I think it's why so many businesses fail. I mean, the failure rate for businesses, like the failure rate for pretty much everything in life, runs around 90–95%. And statistically, whether you want to argue with that or not, it doesn't matter. You can look up the statistics. One of my favorite books is How to Lie with Statistics, because we can make statistics and numbers look like and say absolutely anything we want them to. And given that, are they really meaningful? Do they matter? Well, maybe yes, maybe no. But for the most part, the only thing that matters is how things impact and affect your business. So on the topic of serving customers, serving people, I say, because no matter what we call our customers, our clients, our patients, our partners, whatever, they're all people. Customers are people. So it's about serving people. It's about giving them what they want. And that has to begin from the very first contact in finding customers and attracting them to us. But then especially as we are making that first sale, that first customer experience has to be stellar, and it has to be exactly what the customer expects and more, if we want to create a lifelong relationship with them, if we want to have them come back again, if we want them to do business with us more than once. And nowadays, repeat customers are the lifeblood of our businesses. We can continually chase new customers, but the real money is in the follow-up. The real money is in the relationship that you build with customers. So how do you do that? What are the secrets to serving people better than anybody else in your particular area, so that you can have a relationship with them? Well, number one, it begins with finding out what they want and then giving it to them in the way that they want it, not necessarily in the way that we want to deliver it. For example, I was in the Italian food business for a really long time, and people from all over the country wanted to get our handmade Italian food, but it was frozen. So shipping that food was super duper expensive. Somebody would make an order for, $25 worth of Italian food, and it would cost $115 to ship it. Now, people took me up on that, which always amazed me, but people liked the product that much that they didn't mind paying 4 or 5 times more than the value of the product to get it to them quickly, to get it to them overnight. And since it was frozen with no preservatives, pretty much had to go overnight with dry ice. But that was meeting a group of customers' needs and expectations. That's what they wanted, and they were willing to pay for it. And they wanted it fast. So it's all about, I guess, 3 components. I'm like, what is your offer? What is your product or service that you're giving to people? How are you delivering it? How are you getting that to them? Each component of that offer in the time and the way and the method that they prefer and expect. And then how are you communicating that to them? A lot of times online marketers will put out offers, and in their offer, there'll be a lot of different components, and they don't necessarily deliver those components in a timely fashion. Now, that's okay if you're communicating with the customer and you're letting them know when they can expect it. In this day and age where people are creating courses with their customers, a lot of times you have to just let people know up front, hey, this isn't created yet. We're going to create it together to give you a better outcome. And so you'll be getting it, every Tuesday at 10 a.m. We're going to have the creation of this, and we're going to create it together, or whatever. You just have to let people know. So mapping out the delivery, communicating what that delivery is, and making sure that all the components of the offer are considered. So what do you want your experience of your customer to be? That it seems to be one of the most under discussed or under considered aspects of our businesses. Have you ever considered what it is that you do for customers from their perspective? And that's going to be our challenge today, our assignment or challenge today. And I'm going to challenge you to do this personally if you haven't done it already. And even if you have, revisit it and do it again for your business. Be a customer for your business. Pretend that you are a customer and go through the experience of being a customer with your business. One of my jobs, it was a new industry for me. And so I was an order. I acted like I was an order going through our entire manufacturing organization from point of origin of the order, step by step, department by department. And I pretended I was that order, and I walked through from the department to department because I wanted to understand the flow of how an order got through that organization. Because that very easily and very clearly showed me where there were problems in the overall process of the organization. Because I wanted to know what it felt like to be a customer of that organization. And ever since that, it was such a powerful exercise, and it worked out so well for me. I've done that in every company I've ever owned, and with all the companies and all the businesses and all the business owners I work with. We walk through their customer experience as if they are a customer, and they experience it exactly as a customer would. You know, it sounds really easy as a retail. They send in secret shoppers and things. It's not the same thing as going through it yourself, because you are the one that can affect change. You're the one that can see where things can be improved. You're the one that has to experience it by putting yourself in the shoes of your customer and making sure that they are having the experience that you want them to and that they want to have with your organization. It's really easy. It sounds harder than it is, but it's just a matter of making it a priority and taking the time to do it. And it doesn't have to take a lot of time. It depends on your product or service and what you offer for people. If you're a retail business, that they're a restaurant that serves lunch, go have lunch at your place and, you know, pretend you're not you. Pretend you and make sure that people treat you like they would everybody else. And then in those instances, sometimes you do have to send a secret shopper in to a retail location or something, but it's not the same as experiencing it yourself. But it's all about, nowadays, you can't serve your customers. You have to wow them, and you have to delight them, and you have to know that you're meeting their expectations. That is the secret to serving your customers better than anybody else, knowing what they want and giving it to them. That's it. Go out, make it a fantastic day. I challenge you to do this exercise today. Walk through your business as if you were a customer and see exactly what they experience from the beginning to end. How long does it take to get your product or service? What's the communication like? Are you communicating with them at all? The vast majority of businesses are not. Are you following up? Are you finding out if they got the result that they wanted in the time frame that they wanted and they got what they expected? And if not, what can you do to improve that experience? All right, catch you tomorrow. Bye.